welcome to the official Munzee podcast.
I'm Rob, also known as Coach V, your host and the president of Munzee.
And I'm Craig, also known as C. Michelle. I started as an avid Munzee player, now proudly part of the team.
Each week, we'll delve into Munzee's mysteries, divulge some secrets, and inform players from around the world just what is coming your way.
So sit back, relax as we chat today. We're talking about bonuses and filters and gardens and lots is going on. And Rob, we answer some pressing questions from the water cooler. See, I call it water cooler. We do. Well, one pressing question out of all of what's happened this week. But anyway, we'll go from there.
Fantastic. I can't wait.
I know. You always love answering the questions of the players. And
I really do.
And justifying all the actions of Munzee. I like it.
It's one of my favorite things ever. No sarcasm. Anyway, everyone stick around to the end. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Exactly. And we've got right at the end too, we've got another tip of the week from Toxin as well. I'm using another Toxin tip from last week as well. So that's really
Toxin
cool.
Tip of the week. Tips. Perfect. Can't wait.
What's been happening in your world, Rob, in the last week though, since we spoke last?
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited right now because my boy is in town, Trey. He has come to visit. He has flown from Florida, left the sunshine behind, and here he is in the doom and in the lovely, good old Blighty. Anyway. Part of an extended birthday celebration, for me. Trey's come over, so we're going to go hang out in London, see some shows in West End, and just have a good time. Nice. So, that's the real life. And then in the Munzee world, I told you last week that I didn't think I'd be able to hit the level 6 requirements. Well, it is possible that I might be able to make it. And that means that you and I need to finish some crates. That's where you and I are both at. I know I can do it. I know you can do it too.
I can.
But for me, it's the POIs. I mean, I'm headed into London, so I've got a pretty good chance as I go there. Just turn a vac on and let the vac help me help you. That's my plan.
let me help you. I like it. Now that means I do have to pull my finger out, Rob, and actually go for a walk because I have set up a couple of nice areas around where I'm at now here in Alabama. And it means that I do have to literally pull my finger out and go for a walk rather than do all my chicken chores and my duck chores and my farming chores and homesteading here as well. So I will do that. I might actually do that today. I might go for a walk today this afternoon. It is lovely weather down here at the moment too, in regards to everything. So I might get out this afternoon, Rob. I might do that. Thank you for the inspiration, sir. Thank you for the inspiration. So
inspiration and encouragement. That's what I'm here for, right?
Because
what else are you up to?
Other things I've been doing, Rob, I built myself a farm fence. And when I say a farm fence, we're talking the big T-posts, we're talking the cattle grids, we're talking all that sort of stuff. And I've literally almost cut the because we've got an acre here, and I've almost cut it in half in preparation. Are you ready for this, Rob?
I can't wait.
Preparation for some goats, Rob. So.
Whatever floats your goat, man.
Oh, there we go. There we go. See, I thought I was the goat, but no, obviously not. I've got to buy a couple. So there we go. So that's what's happening at the moment. And the other reason for it too is because I'm not sure I spoke about this last week, but we found out that one of the ducks that we have here is actually a drake. And so he has been chasing around the chickens and when they're free ranging, and that can't be happening because if he catches one of those chickens, they're not going to be around for long. So we've now segregated the ducks separately to the chickens. And also, so now they've got that back paddock as well, along with the upcoming goats. So
wow.
There you go.
Building it out, man. Nice.
I know. Homesteading 101. Been also had some fresh homemade butter with on some homemade banana bread the other day. And all the things. Homemade biscuits here in the good old US of A. I tell you, life is good when it's all homemade stuff. But anyway, fresh eggs, the whole lot.
Impressive. Very good.
All right, Rob, moving back to Munzee now. The last week's events, we had 2 in Florida, 1 in California, 1 in Minnesota, Texas, and Missouri. And around the world, mate, we had?
We had Japan, Denmark, Germany, and Netherlands.
And the leaderboards over the weekend as well. Some new names here on Friday. In first place, we had Lanky Spanky with 465,000 points. In second place, we had Hetnikik. Does that sound right? Hetnikik with 360,000 points. And then our good old favourite, Jaroslav Kass, in third place with 260,000 points. On Saturday, Rob, we had a big player come through. Who was that?
Yeah, check that out. It's Lesh family. 4.4 million points on Saturday.
Do you know why?
No, why?
They went to Lesh family. Jake and his family went over to California, Rob, and they went to a Californian event over there. And then obviously he hasn't been to California for a while, so there's lots of points to be had if you haven't been in a location like that. So I'm thinking some blasts were occurring with some gardens around and whatnot as well. So there you go. So Lesh family, congratulations to you, 4.4 million points. And then second place, mate.
And then back to Friday's winner, which is Lanky Spanky, 1.7 million points. So that's impressive too. Mm-hmm. And then Tuggy 70, 793,000 points.
And then on Sunday, we had another Californian, Dragons West, with 1 million points. In second place, we had Snickers 71, 933,000 points. And in third place, Big G with 897,000 points. Some good points, Rob. So obviously they've worked it well when it comes to the bonus weekend that we had too, which is really nice. Upcoming events this weekend. Now, this weekend we have Virginia, Indiana, and Missouri. And around the world, mate?
That's not Missouri.
Minnesota. Minnesota.
I know, you knew that one. You knew that one for sure, yeah.
I did. I don't know why. I think I have to write them out from now on.
I think the other two might have thrown you just enough
just a little bit.
Your brain melted on Minnesota. All right. In the world, we have Norway, Spain, Germany, and one in Victoria, Australia.
And don't forget the peak highlights themselves. There's special events for the event streaks. One other thing I'll quickly say, Rob, and that is, please, everyone, for your sake and for your points' sake as well, please use Kappa Z event times when deploying for international events. I know firsthand there's several players deployed in Japan the day after the event as well. So don't waste those cards. We did have Sarah go back into town anyway. I think she capped them all too, but she reached out to me and she said, Craig, people are starting using Kappa Z times for their deploys, and especially in Australia and on that side of the time zone. So that's what Australia and Japan, all that sort of areas as well. So use Kappa Z for event times. All right, Rob, the big events, though, we've got some big news here. First and foremost, the big event, May 23rd, is a new event. It's for coexisters as well, for Geo Woodstock. So that's there. And our good friend, Minnesota Boy will be hosting that one there too. So that's really cool. Did you see that?
That's great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I talked with him because we don't know of the team how much participation we're going to have this year, unlike previous years. So yeah, he said that him and Gravity Bear's brother, I believe, are going to be there, and so they host an event. And I was like, absolutely. So yeah,
and of course another Minnesotan, Whelan W. Helen, jumped in on the bandwagon too and said, I'll help out as well. So the three of those are actually doing the event there in Kansas for Geo Woodstock. Other than that, Rob, June 5, 6, and 7, South Coast mega events, 6 events in Poole, Southern England. There's over 45 will attends there now too, so including Sam from the team as well. So plus also I have to say the number 1 and number 2 players in the world, Cole Cracker 7 and W. Helen, will both be there as well. So there
great.
Southern England, Rob. Very cool.
Everybody get there. If you're in Europe, just a train ride, just a flight to get over here. Why not? Why not come and visit? There's so many points in South England. It's down on the South Coast. It would be good if people have never been before.
And obviously, Cole Cracker 7, she's wanting to extend that lead over W. Helen and also Munzee Prof as well. Other than that, Rob, we have July 10, 11, 12 in the Netherlands. There's some big events over there. Ohio, July 23rd and 24th, Munzee at Midwest Geobash, another Coexist event. And then we have September 18 to 20, Munzee Mania in Minnesota. 22 in there at the moment. But here is the new one. a first, Rob. A first, not for Munzee, but a first for an announcement. Here, you heard it here first on the podcast. Yeah. If you don't listen to the podcast, you don't know about it yet. So bad luck for you. It is November 6, 7, and 8. We have Munzee events in Las Vegas. Yes, 3 days in Las Vegas, and it's going to be called Munzee Mirage. Mirage, because obviously Las Vegas with the Mirage Hotel is now gone, the casino, the whole lot. Munzee Mirage in Las Vegas, Rob. So my tip to everyone.
Yeah.
Tip to everyone. If you're an international player and you've never even been to the United States of America and you think to yourself, well, what's going to get me there? What's going to get me over there to do a Munzee event? Well, Las Vegas should be the place to get you to join us at the good old US of A. Yeah, Munzee in Vegas, Rob. So
November 6th through 8th. Just thinking about temperatures and being in the desert and seeing mirages in particular in the summer through the heat on the concrete and everything else. Oh, man. But November 6th through 8th, that is a nice time to be in Vegas. Wow. We're going to have some conversations on the team about this event. And let's see. Luck be a lady. Oh my goodness. Wow. I mean, all in. I don't even know what words to say right now for that. That's amazing. We'll chat more about this over the coming weeks, I am sure, on the podcast. But yeah, like you said, international, but not just that, like players from around the country. If you've never been to Vegas, you don't have to partake in all the different things that are there. But that's what's kind of cool about Vegas is that there are literally so many things to do. Even just walking and people watching for free is an amazing time in Vegas. It's an unbelievable place, regardless of your choice of activity. So
I can say as well, I can vouch for the locations that they've selected too, because they've gone out and they've done their research and they've had a look at their locations. The locations are well-known park areas. There are some, locations, for instance, on one of the evening events and whatnot, is it like somewhere where you can eat, that sort of stuff as well. But predominantly they're in the park areas as well. There's good cell service in the park. There's nice and open spaces. Now, those parks are not going to be on the strip. You know what I mean? They're going to be a little bit further out here and there. But in saying that, if you're coming over for that event for the 3 days, you're going to stay longer than 3 days and you're going to have yourself a good whale of a time. At the same time as well, those events are not all day, every day. You're going to have yourself some free time to discover Vegas for yourself, however you wish to discover Las Vegas for yourself. You can go the new strip or the old strip as well, Rob, too. You can go the old school.
Downtown Fremont Street.
Yep.
Oh,
there you go.
Didn't realize how cool it was. And Lou and I were there last year and really had a good time there. Yeah.
I'm going to put something else out there for everyone to research as well. Have a look at what's on November 6, 7, and 8, or around that time at a place called the Sphere as well.
Yeah.
If you go to Vegas now, you have to visit the Sphere. Tickets are a little pricey sometimes with that, depending on what you watch there as well. But it is a once in a lifetime experience at the Sphere in Vegas, and it's not sponsored, but I went there myself, Rob, and I had an absolute whale of a time at the Sphere, and everywhere is walkable too. So very, very cool indeed. Anyway, we're going to talk more about the events in Las Vegas in weeks to come. But don't forget, then after that, in January 14, 15, and 16, and 17, 4 days, Munzee Mecca in Florida, 5 events, 4 days as well. So have a look at those dates that we've there listed. Get your calendars in order. The other thing with Vegas as well, it's 2 months after Munzee Mania and 2 months before the Munzee Mecca as well. So it's nice in the middle as well, Rob. See, so spread out nicely. So for all those travelers out there. Good spacing.
Yeah, and we don't typically have big events, that we're promoting at the end of the year. So yeah, this is a nice season to be able to do that. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah, very cool indeed. All right, Rob, moving on now to the developments from this week itself. First and foremost, this weekend, March 27th to 29th, for mailbox owners is double points. Double points on greenies, cards, flats, scatters, and bouncers as well. So that's what's this weekend for mailbox owners. Have you been taking advantage of those bonus weekends, Rob?
I don't know. I've just been playing. So let's call it yes.
That's fair enough.
Because I have actually been playing every single day. Let's just go with yeah. I think this one, adding in the all bouncers to a double points, should be an interesting one. So even though it's the very end of the month, we'll see if we don't have some pretty high scores that come in for the leaderboards.
Exactly,
I got a good feeling about it.
Those people who out there who've made themselves a nice little nest, for instance, of tree houses and skylands around your area, don't forget you can utilize those magnets too on your tree houses, on your on your skylands, and that won't just give you double points on the bouncers, but you'll also get an extra 50 points per bouncer if you utilize a magnet on it too. If it's attracted by a magnet, it gets extra points that way as well.
Oh, wow.
I know,
so
right?
much.
I know, so much. Moving on, Rob, to the April gargoyle known as the hoggoyle as well. Just a quick, brief talk about this one. This is a part of the gargoyle series, the monthly streak bouncers that we're talking about as well. So you must have one of the gargoyles in order to have this hoggoyle be a skin on the particular bouncer as well.
Right.
How do you get that skin? You get it for free, and all you have to do is play every single day. It's not that hard. They're streak bounces for a reason. You've got to keep that monthly streak. So that's how you get that one, Rob, too. Have you seen this little hoggoyle?
Yeah, Andy. I mean, what do you say? All these gargoyles and their stone forms and their freed forms and the way that it all works. I had a freed axle goyle deployed today and was like, didn't even remember or realize. So the things that happen within the game without us even thinking about it, from one-time purchase of that gargoyle is it's fun. I was surprised. And so, I've been good. I've been capping and deploying, not both, but one or the other every day. So I'll be getting my hog skin, which is good. And put it on rotate.
Exactly. And put on the rotating list as well, rather than the individual ones. That's a really cool. All right, Rob, going back now to the filters. Now, things have changed this week on filters, and it was a quick change for everyone else, but not really a quick change for us. Now, what we're talking about here is check your filters. We have now changed it so you can avoid physical scatters showing. We've got physical scatters in the filters, and we've got virtual scatters in the filters now as well. Tell us a bit more about those, Rob. What did you see with that when you saw that coming through?
Well, you see, there in the basic setup of the filters, there is a section in physical that says physical scatters. It also says it in virtual. It turns off all of the scatters of that type, all the physical scatters or all the virtual scatters. A purpose for this, and one of the reasons that this has been put in place and the way it's been put in place is because of some of the physical scatters that have been landing and basically messing up people's maps and lists. When you're looking at virtual types only, these physical scatters were showing up. In order for us to take care of that, this is kind of a first stop fix there. So if you are at events, or if you're in a location where you want to deal with virtuals and you want to swipe them and cap them through the list, turn off your physical scatters. Should you leave them off forever? I don't know. That's up to you. Everybody set up their filters the way they want to set up their filters. Have there been conversations and requests of setting these up in a slightly different way? Of course there have, as there are with everything that we release. But like I said, this is sort of a first stop. Would it be nice if there was a list of every single scatter so that you could decide, do you want to turn this specific one on and off? Yes. Do you know how many different types of scatters there are? I don't, but I can tell you that the number is not low. So, so everyone, yes, we hear you, we understand, but this is the easiest and the quickest way for us to deal with like a specific issue that we were having.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So there you go.
What may be coming up, and we have had a lot of players, or a few players actually reach out and say, for instance, give you a perfect example of out there, because Rob sort of dances around the topic sometimes, but I'll give you the exact example, and that is those night vision goggles where you're in your other events, right? You cap the night vision goggles, and you've got those targets that go off the night vision goggles. The night vision goggle scatters. They're 150 feet, and they kill a lot of people because all of a sudden they're at 200 feet, and that's all you see, whereas you can't see anything else at 300 feet on your list view. So later on, as a possibility, later on, iterations 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no matter what it is, but later on, this is the first step into getting to that part where you can actually turn off individual scatter types. You see, we've also been asked as well, for instance, the feathers. Some people don't like the feathers, Rob, when you're utilizing the VACs as they're going down the highways, and they don't like the feathers because the feathers are quite low points for the capping purpose, like the capping number. And so this will allow people to turn off those said scatters as well, so therefore the VAC doesn't pick them up either. Just be mindful though, when you're utilizing the VAC, you must click it, so like on your blast where you must click that they utilize what the filters are, so you must have that tagged, otherwise the VAC will pick up everything even if you can't see it. So you must have
we're
that.
Testing all of that to make sure that it is working properly, and if it's not, that is something that's still working in the background on our end. Yeah,
exactly.
As a side note,
So there you go, Rob. Wow, a long discussion on that one too. It needed it though. It did need it too. So because some of the players, this came out of the blue. Other players, they went, "Oh, I like this idea." So some players saw the vision, other players didn't. But anyway, hopefully that helps with everyone. Talking about what's new and what's going on. Meanwhile, Rob, moving on to the Gardens of the Month. They were released as well this week. We had 2 Gardens of the Month. One was a microscope designed by Mrs. HB31 in North Carolina, and the other one was the Munzee Library by Capjack's crew in York, Ontario, Canada as well. So they both are great gardens, good-looking gardens, and don't forget, get your deploys in the Gardens of the Month. If you've got a Garden of the Month that you think fits well for the actual the topic, then put that in the Garden of the Month as well in the coming up, and have that garden filled ASAP. If you don't want to build one, you don't have to. You just have to deploy. Everyone who deploys in these gardens, and if they get the Garden of the Month, you get a badge. So there we go.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Something that's out there as another way to play and from home, So, try it.
Meanwhile, Rob, another thing as well, the April, I know, what is it now? It's March 27th, and April bonus events already went out. Went out for people to look at their calendars and add them on their calendar as well. We've got 2 things on weekdays. We've got Mech Mondays and Weapon Wednesdays. The Mech Mondays is double mechs on deploys on every single Monday. So you can get 2 mechs for the 1 deploy every single Monday in April. Weapon Wednesdays is double points on clan and secret weapons every Wednesdays as well. So
clan and secret weapons.
Secret weapons as well. So you like that one too. So we have 3 weekends then coming up of double points. The first one, April 3rd to 5th. Double points for mailbox owners on Greenies, Cards, Flats, Evolutions, and Mysteries. And then April 10 to 12, double points for everyone. Cards, Flats, Greenies, Colors, Jewels, and Zodiacs. And then April 13 to 19. What? That's not a weekend, Rob. No.
That's a whole week.
That's a whole week. Crate Kraken Cubimals. So there you go. So Q-Racken Cubimals. There you go, Sam.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to have a heart attack over those 3. What you get for that, though, is you double the mini Cubimals found inside crates. So you open up a crate and you get 2 Cubimals instead of the 1 as well. So please, Rob, myself and Tim, Minnesota Boy, we do the clan war requirements now. You still oversee it, but we do it. Please remember these bonus events throughout the month when you look at the clan war requirements when they come out. So that's all I'll say.
It's a great reminder because those who are listening when this podcast goes live haven't seen the clan requirements yet, but you could probably guess at what a few of them might be based on some of the fun that we're going to have with the doublers, right. The bonus events,
the mechs and the cubimals and whatnot as well. All right, Rob. One last thing before we move on. That is the badges for attending 3-month special events. What's going on there?
Surprise, everyone. That's right. We have added in a special badge for those players who have attended 3 months worth of the special events. So the ones that show up with the pink edge around them on the calendar, if you have already attended 3, which you would have to have attended January, February, and March, because there've only been 3 months, you just got a badge. That's amazing. Just for going to events. Well That's done. Right. Most likely that means that all the hosts got that badge because, well, they were the hosts, so they had to be there. That's right. Yeah, so we've done this in the past. It's back. Let's say you didn't attend an event in January, February, and March. That's okay. If you attend 3 events during this year, 3 months worth, 3 different months, I gotta say that, you can earn this badge. So I, for example, went to an event in January and in March, but I didn't go to one in February, so I didn't get the badge.
Yeah.
If I go in April or any of the rest of the months, I can get the 3-month badge. Wow. Yeah.
Doesn't have to be consecutive. So there you go. Yep. Gary, Eagle Dad, and Xenia, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome.
That's right. Another badge.
We know how much he loves the badge hound that he is. All right, Rob, moving on to the Munzee question of the week. And this one, I'm going to say it like a player, but don't take offense to this. And that is, Rob, who moves the BVGs? I want one over my house on my birthday. So who moves the BVG? Basically what it was is who moves the BVGs, the bouncing virtual guards, because people want them in their area, and rightfully so. Who actually does move them now, Rob?
Well, anytime that someone says, don't take offense, it means like, hold on, you're going to get offended. So I apologize, everyone, or not everyone, one individual person who asked this question. Who moves them? No one. The computer moves them. You want one over your house, specifically on your birthday. Well, then you better cross your fingers and do all the rain dancing and everything else, because the chances of that are pretty slim. But maybe the computer will smile favorably upon you.
That's right.
Even the events, those are now automated as well. Sam's been doing some checking to make sure that the computer is doing what we want it to do, but I'm so very happy that it's not on my plate anymore. Yes! So happy, honestly. And
Sam, Sam is he's like the Elon Musk of Munzee. He's actually had it all automated now too. So just like Elon does with his cars, then Sam does that with the Munzee BVG. So
what can I
automated.
Say?
So there you go.
Sam's the master of Munzee. Well done.
He really is the master of the little things, the things that make life better.
And he is the staff member. Don't forget that team member. He is the other team member who listens to this.
Yeah, him and Minnesota Boys
podcast. Yeah. Correct.
Yes.
Can't forget Sam.
We forgot that last week, and he reminded us. Anyway, moving on now to the Munzee tip of the week, the Toxin tip. And he says, if you want to send a picture with your cards, deploy the card at your location, add the picture, and then move the card to the desired location you wish. Why would someone want to put a picture on their card, Rob?
I have absolutely no idea. But you know what? Yeah. He's right. This tip works. This tip is good. As you were reading it, because you and I didn't talk about this one to even think through it, I have no clue why someone would want to do that. However, let's pretend for a sec, because something has come to me. If I'm sending you a birthday card, let's say, I might give you a thumbs up. I might wave at you. I might do something. So then, okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Some, kill them with kindness card. I don't think that you should probably send pictures necessarily unless it's the kindness part of that card. But anyway, I don't know why, but hey, everyone can play this how they want to. And now, because of Toxin's tip, they can put a photo on a card.
It does make sense. It does make sense because the cards were originally made for that purpose. They were originally created. As always, things change, but they were originally created so, I could give one to a good friend of mine who's in Australia, for instance, say happy birthday or get well soon. There's all those cards out there as well. So they're supposed to be an actual card for card's sake, like Hallmark sort of style. But they quickly turned into points gatherers at events. So I don't think people would be looking at photos on cards at events because they don't have time because there's so many cards around. But if you're doing it old school, we'll call it, the original way, then that makes sense, Rob. So I agree. I might send you one, Rob, too, with I'll give you a thumbs up. And
There you go. I might hold up an actual card or piece of paper where I've written "Get well soon" or "Love you," blah blah blah. Any of that kind of stuff, and it makes sense. My first thought, I have no idea why. My second thought, this is actually a meaningful thing. Cool.
I could even put a picture of my new goats, Rob, on the card so you can see them on the card.
My goodness.
And when it comes to Munzee, Rob, you are no longer the GOAT, mate, because you remember I'm the #1 staff player. But anyway.
What can I say? Well, here's the good news for you. I will blast your card and never look at the picture. Anyway.
that ends this Munzee podcast.
Man, thanks for joining us on this Munzee adventure.
Don't forget, subscribe, rate, review on your favorite podcast app, and join us next week for another informative episode.
And remember, Munzee is more than a game. It's a worldwide community of mobile game players.
So keep scanning, keep discovering, keep that Munzee spirit alive. 1, 2, 3.
Munzee on!
I was going to say Munzee on as well. I should have said it with you.